Hey guys, it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little tutorial on how I put together this little trifle dish and kind of turned it into like a little crafting box. This was 100% not my idea. I've seen it on Craft Purge's channel. I've seen or I've heard about it on other people's channels. So yeah, I did not come up with this idea whatsoever. However, I did, I saw that and I kind of made my own measurements. And I thought I would share with you guys how to do this. So I did this last night and I really like how it turned out. And so I thought, I'll do one on camera, post it. Went to try to go get another one of these little dishes and could not find them at all. So what we're going to do, in certain ones I've seen where like this whole thing will come up. Mine's a little bit different. I just have kind of a separate top lid. So we are going to do this together. And again, I don't have a separate one to like completely do, with you guys. So we're just going to pretend that this doesn't exist. We're going to, pretend that this is just the clear, sides that this paper isn't here. So I did a little bit of prep work just because I don't edit my videos and it would just be a lot quicker for me to have just done some of this ahead of time. So the diameter of this is 6 inches. So what I did on my Cricut is I just cut out a 7-inch circle, and I'm using plain white cardstock only because this is like a template. What I've done here is what I'm actually going to keep and gift in the future. And so just so I can make one with you guys, I'm just going to make it with like just basic inexpensive paper. But for sure for you guys, if you're doing this, use your designer paper, use your whatever cardstock you want it to look like. So we're just going to pretend that this is like printed cardstock. Set to the side. So I have a 7-inch circle, and then I also have my hot glue heating up, and then I measured this as 2 9/16. And because the diameter of this is so long, we are going to have to connect a couple strips together. So I just took 8.5 by 11, 2 5/8, and I did that twice. Then we have to connect it. Well, before you do that, okay, so you have your 2 sheets of 2 did I say 5/8? 2 9/16 from top to bottom. 2 9/16. You need 2 of those. You cut one of them to 8 1/4 right here. And then what you're going to do is just kind of take a little bit of a quarter and glue the strips together. So I don't know if you can see right there. I took about 1/4 of an inch and just glued them together. And what that is going to give you is a little bit of an overlap. And so if you don't want that, you can go ahead and cut it down further if you want it to meet like perfectly. Whatever you want to do. It's probably another 1/4 of an inch overlapping. But that will give you the side. So what I did, I don't know if you can see, but I actually just ran glue strips from my glue gun all around here and then just stuck my designer paper to it. So I don't know if you can see on the inside. I don't mind the way it looks on the inside. I don't think that any recipient will look at it that closely. But that will give you this piece. So again, 2 9/16 by 11. Take one of your 11-inch pieces, cut it down to 8 1/4, and then connect the two by about 1/4 of an inch. All right, and so that'll give us this guy. And so then pretend that, we've completed that. So we have that taped on there. Then you're going to take your 7-inch circle. You're going to kind of place it upside down. And this part doesn't really have to be perfect. But then what I do is I just take my score tool from my Cricut and just kind of score all the way around. And you'll see in a minute while we're going to do this. So all the way around. All right. So then, I don't know if you can see, but I have my score mark all the way around. And so then what I'm going to do is grab a pair of scissors. Not these. You guys, I literally have 17 pairs of scissors and I can never find them when I'm trying to record. So what we're going to do is all the way around this, we're just going to make little cut marks to that line. And you want to keep it pretty close. And we will show you why when I'm finished. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm just going to keep making these marks all the way around, and I will be back when I am finished. Alrighty, so I just made my cuts all the way around. And then all we're going to do is kind of give it a little bit of a head start by folding all of these up. Alrighty guys, so I'm back. So I folded inwards, whichever way, all of these little pieces. And then what I forgot to mention before was so what you can do is just kind of, when you see me assemble this, you can make this all one piece. And so when you lift this off, this whole thing will come up. But like I said, I hope this makes sense. Like I said, I wanted to have like a separate lip where this would stay here, which is why I did it the way that I did it. But for this little piece right here, we are also going to need two more strips. And so these I just did 1 inches, 2 of them. One is 1 by 11 and one is 1 by 8.5. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing as far as connecting it. About 1/4 of an inch. All right. And we'll just connect this. And again, this doesn't have to be perfect. Alrighty. And what that is going to do is be our little base right here. So again, you're going to cut this out in printed cardstock. So now we have to assemble this. So I'm going to take my little finger protectors, my hot glue that's been heating up for a bit now, and what we're going to do. So again, keep in mind, this could actually be this piece if you wanted to keep it, you know, take it all off all at once. But I wanted a separate lid. So again, I'm going to use my other piece that I just did. And so I hope I can get in frame. What I'm going to do is just start with one little bit of glue, and we're going to hold it to the bottom and press it together. And when I say hold it to the bottom, I mean to my mat. So that way, when this sticks, it's going to be as flush right here as possible. Okay. So again, you guys do it one by one if that's how you feel comfortable. I got too cocky last night and started trying to do too many at once and messed up. So this time I did a few. And again, you're going to want to press down. And so again, it's as flush as possible. Now you will see it's not perfect. And that's why we add this trim along the top, which will hide it. So doing some more. Okay. And again, press this down as we press it around. Okay, so I'm going to finish doing that all the way around and I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, so I'm back and I actually messed up. So I should have left it, instead of 8 1/4. Okay, so we need one piece that's 1 inch by 11, one piece that's 8 1/4 by 1, and then that's where you connect it here at your 1/2 inch or 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so for the sake of this video, I'm just going to kind of connect these two pieces. Just to move this along. But for your guys's projects, for your boxes, just keep that in mind. And then I'll just cut off the excess. Alrighty, so no big deal. So we have this, and so again, this, you know, use your pretty paper and it'll be like this minus this trim. And so then what I do, and I'm actually going to do it just because I have so much of this trim, is we want to cover up the seam. As you can see, it's not perfect. And so the way I was doing this before is I was trying to kind of angle it here, and you know, it doesn't work that way. Not easily. And so my suggestion, take your hot glue, put it on this kind of flat strip here, and that is what you're going to stick to the top. Right? And then go all the way around. Again, I tend to get kind of cocky in these situations and pressed for time. And then usually make mistakes. So, hope I'm in frame. So that's all we're doing. Because that is going to make it kind of even along the top. And then you're going to see right here, you don't see any of that imperfection from where we glued it on there. Okay. So I'm going to finish this and I will be right back. Alrighty guys, and so this is what we are left with. So again, we're going to imagine this is, you know, designer paper. This is all hidden now up at the top. And so I did notice when I did this, I didn't really leave my circle, like this ribbon isn't even. And so then what I just did on my actual one was I just went back in my Cricut and cut out, I think I did like 5.75 inch circle, and I'm going to have to glue it down, but I just used some foam under there, you can see, to kind of lift it up so it's even with the ribbon. And I just tried to center this along here to kind of just make it more even around the outside, because this, you know, it's kind of wonky here and there. And so this kind of covers it up. And then you can put all your little decorative pieces on here. And so this is the one that I had before, and then let's check and make sure the one that we would have done together fits. And it's a snug fit. But look, you guys, how cute. And again, you would just decorate it however you want. And again, just imagine this is decorative paper. But I will say, as you can see, we have, because we had to connect so many pieces together, we do have these seams. And so what I would do is just, you know, plop some flowers there. Once your whole project's done, I mean, this is kind of an eyesore, but that's just because I messed up on my measurement. But it won't be as noticeable. So that's the only thing. Again, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the box that I have made. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Laura V Crafty. Over there, whenever I decide what I'm going to make with this, that will be where I post it. And I will post that as soon as I decide what to do with it. Go ahead and subscribe if you liked what you see here. And I will see you guys on the next video. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.